Israeli officials have slammed as discriminatory EU approval for new guidelines for labeling products from Israeli settlements. Drawn up over 3 years by the European Commission, the guidelines mean Israeli products must explicitly label farm goods and cosmetics that come from settlements when they are sold in the European Union. Israeli officials were briefed ahead of the decision, and some suggested it was similar to a boycott.
Israel rejects the EU decision. We think that this decision is of a discriminatory nature and it smacks of boycott. Under the guise of a bureaucratic decision, what we see here is a political attempt to change the reality on the ground. We wish that the European Union would have invested its energy and its efforts in bringing the Palestinians back to the negotiating table rather than labeling Israeli products.
Britain, Belgium and Denmark already affix labels to Israeli goods, differentiating between those from Israel and those, particularly fruits and vegetables, that come from the Jordan Valley in the West Bank. Now, all 28 EU member states would have to apply those labels. The EU dismisses the suggestion of a boycott, pointing out that it is not telling consumers what not to buy. Those who do not want to buy Israeli settlement goods probably already avoid them, and those that support the settlements may now more actively seek out settlement produce.
This is not a boycott. I repeat again, this is not a boycott. Because how can it be a boycott if the products are allowed to come onto the market as they have done previously also? And there's another important point here. The European Union is against sanctions, against boycotting, against isolation of Israel. And therefore, the measures that we have taken, and which again are all based on existing legislation, have absolutely nothing to do with that.
Israel's economy ministry estimates that the impact of the EU labeling decision will be about $50 million a year, affecting fresh produce such as grapes and dates, wine, poultry, honey, olive oil and cosmetics.